All right, we ready? Y'all ready? We're gonna be on chapter 3 tonight. So that's what we're gonna be. Chapter 3 tonight.
I am.
Chapter 3. All right, so we're ready. So let us pray. Eternal God, our Father, we thank you. God, we thank you for this day. God, we ask that you bless us as we study your word, oh God, as we be more kingdom-like. God, we thank you for those that are here, those that are online. We ask that you will bless us as we journey through this word, oh God. God, thank you once again. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. 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 So tonight we're dealing with chapter 3. That's where we will be on chapter 3. You got your charge. Yeah, one of your charge. Charge
The one for your phone?
the iPad. I mean, I need just the C charge. Okay, so tonight that's where we are. We're on chapter 3. We're gonna pick up there, talking about buildings, bulletins, and the attitudes. Okay, churches that says no. I think it's page 33 is where we are. Did anybody read chapter 3? Have anybody? I know a lot of you all have read all the way through your book. But do anybody remember chapter 3? Skim through it. All right. So chapter 3 is dealing with it's talking about newcomers. It's talking about visitors. It's yeah, that's what that is. Yeah. It's talking about visitors. It's talking about newcomers. What happens when those that comes in. Thank you. That comes in and they don't stay. They feel welcome as they come in, but then for some reason they feel as if they're not seen or they're looked over. Okay, so that's where we are on today. That's where we are tonight. So this chapter talks about a young couple by the name of Cynthia and Kevin. Talks about Cynthia and Kevin and when they went and explored a church and how they was excited about what the church had to offer. They was excited about the pastor. They was excited about his message. They enjoyed the choir singing and all of that, and they decided that they would look into that church. And so that's what we want to talk about, deal with on today. I think that's what page is that. Let's look at that page. Page 33. It says. I'm trying to see where I want to start. Let's go down to. It says you're welcome. You're welcome here, but that's where I'm at on page. And that's still page 33, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. You're welcome here. It says you're welcome here, but it says, and you go down to that second paragraph. Matter of fact, somebody read right there. You're welcome here, but when it says when their children reach school age.
When their children reach school age, Cynthia and Kevin decided the time was right to explore faith and experience worship as a family. This marked to return to church for Kevin, but Cynthia had grown up without any religious experience. Both valued spirituality, but viewed organized religion with suspicion. Their,
Yeah, keep going.
their first week attending worship were awkward, but they were attracted by the preaching, found the music appealing, and appreciated the general friendliness of the people. Welcome signs adorned the foyer, readers eagerly handed them brochures, and everyone was cordial. Yet, they couldn't help but notice subtle behaviors that seem to undermine the atmosphere of hospitality.
Stop right there. So here it is that when they walked through the doors, everything was what they expected, what they was looking for. They felt that they was going to be welcome. They felt that they was going to be welcome in this place. And here it is that now that they said that they viewed, because first of all, they already had some type of eye. They was looking at it in a different eye already, because they view organized religion. You know, they had something on organized religion. And so now they were suspicious about organized religion. And so now here it is that they find a church that they're excited, that they see it seems good. They got the brochures, they're doing everything right. The hospitality is right. And so now here it is, now it seems like some subtle behavior that seems undermining the atmosphere of hospitality. Go ahead, continue to read. For example,
even after several weeks, people continued to refer to them as visitors. No one learned their names, and they reintroduced themselves to the same greeters and staff members week after week.
Stop right there. That's what we cannot do. And so this right here caught my attention. It caught my eye because we had been talking about this a couple of weeks ago. And now here it is that it's in this book that we're touching on this. And so, for example, once a person to visit here three times, you ain't got to look at them. You got to make them stand up. You know, some folks would be like, "You need to stand up." You visit. No, they no. That first time visit, that second time visit, third time. You know, we thank you for being here. You know, when we see someone that's coming in that we know that's a first time visitor, we ought to make them sing welcome. Learn their name, get their names, get something, ask them what's their name. You know, then that third time, that third time that they come, you ought to be able to say their name and make them feel welcome. Okay, so go ahead. Huh?
I still don't know some of these.
Yeah. But that's us, because we're so busy with the same. Watch this, because it's gonna go there. In this chapter, it's gonna tell you, because because we're gonna skim through some of this stuff so we can get to where I want to get to. So and it's gonna share with you what we need to do. And it's going to open up your mind and open up your eyes on how we, as St. Matthew, I'm talking about St. Matthew, how we receive visitors. But it seems as if it's a revolving door. Okay? It's a revolving. We get them, they stay for a while, and then they leave.
Right, because I always look for that little couple.
Mm-hmm.
I think they live somewhere around here. I'm not sure. But they might come 2 Sundays and then you don't see them.
Mm-hmm. And so that's where we're trying to stop. That's what we're trying. We don't want a revolving door. Okay? we have a great Sunday, and then the next Sundays they come. Then the next Sunday is they gone. Okay, that's what we don't want. Okay, go ahead.
They became uncomfortable by disapproving glances whenever their children made noise during worship. They became uncomfortable by disapproving glances when the children made noise.
A preacher said this. A preacher said this last week when we was up in Peoria. Preacher said this: when you don't hear babies crying in the church, there's something wrong. When you don't hear noise in the church, there's something wrong. Okay, that means that church is what?
Too old.
You're too old. Oh, the kids. No, I'm saying if there's no kids in the church. Yeah. Okay. If there's no kids in the church, you know. So that's where he was getting at. Some people get upset, you know, because babies make noise. But sometimes they need to make noise because the adults ain't making none. Come on. So the adults ain't making none. So it's good to have the babies in there making noise. All right, go ahead.
They responded to an appeal for volunteers by signing up in the foyer, but never were contacted. They attended a Bible class for people their age, and while everyone was polite, no one engaged them in conversation.
Y'all see all this that's happening, and this is what we don't want to happen in the church, and this is what has been happening. This is what has been happening. Okay, go ahead.
They attended a church dinner, but ended up sitting by themselves. They even met with the pastor and formally joined the church, but still they felt like outside.
Okay, so that's what we don't want. No, that's why we're doing this. That's what this book is about. That's what we don't want. We don't want nobody to join this church, to become a part of this body and still feel like they're what? Outside. Okay. They felt the love when they first came here as visitors, which made them what? Want to join. And then once they join, then you start looking at them differently because they have joined. Now they feel like what? They're unwanted. Okay. Me and Sister Tasha was talking about this young lady that joined the church that we haven't seen. We haven't seen her, and so that's our goal. Or why haven't nobody contacted her? Because we haven't seen her. And the reason why, number one, is because she just got baptized. And those are the things that I'm looking at now these days, that we're trying to grow a family, to be a family church, to grow a family church. So these are the things that we want to do. We want to be able to contact them. We want to be able to reach out to them. Not just, I know the hospitality, which is now First Touch, when they're going through, they was doing the calling for the baptisms and things like that. But we want to make sure that when they fill out these things, we get these numbers, we have a Rolodex, somebody making a call. So that's something that we want to put in place, so somebody can make that call, or somebody get a number to see if they ain't showed up in 3 Sundays. You making this call. I ain't seen you. I'm looking for you. I miss you. And that's all sometimes they need. You know, it's that push, because this person, this young lady, she was actually excited, and she was eager about Sunday school. Okay, and so that's one of the things that we don't want to lose in the church. Somebody go ahead. Somebody pick up with for her.
No one expressed.
Right.
No one expressed interest in them or their children, and with their attempts to engage seemingly rejected. They felt like the kids in grade school who were the last selected for the team. The final straw was when one of their children was scored for innocently bringing a drink into a room that had a rule that prohibited beverages. Looking back, Cynthia said, it felt like no one cared whether we were there or not. We wonder if this was because we were younger than most of the members, or because we didn't grow up in the community, or because one of our children was one of a difficult ethnic background.
Different ethnic background. So here it is. These are all the things now that's what going on where in her head.
In the head.
Okay, these are the things that is going on in her head. So now, how do you handle a member in that aspect? Question to you all. How would you handle that family?
Well, when they attempted to try to be a part of a ministry, you know, the leaders from that ministry should have been a little bit more welcoming, because they realized that, okay, we got somebody new that's trying to join our fellowship. So they should have been more warming to that person, to let them know that, hey, you know, we do see you, you know, we do want you to be a part. Like if somebody comes to the choir, you know, they shouldn't be looking at them like, okay, why you here? You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, let them know, we glad we got somebody, you know. The same with whatever ministry. Again, we tend to try to be more welcoming to them, try to get them to come up front, sit with us, whether they ready to be a deacon or not. You know, we usually try to get them to come on up and sit with us.
Yeah, at least introduce yourself. A man, one of the men or a couple of men of the church should approach the man, and a couple of women of the church should approach the woman. Welcome them and, you know, get their name, number, you know what I'm saying, and invite them out to different things that we have going on. You know, we have Bible study on Wednesday night. We got Sunday school on Sunday mornings. We have men fellowship every fourth Thursday. You know, invite them out, and, you know, to make them feel welcome.
Okay, but after you making them feel welcome, what if they still then you let them, then you stop making them feel welcome, then they feel like what? Nobody cares.
Before you approach them again, try to apologize, man. I'm sorry. Ooh, hey, again, I'm coming
Okay.
to you, you know, and if something wrong, you can talk to me. You know,
Right.
on the side, you can talk to me. Let me know, you know, what's the problem. If you have a problem or anything, try to talk to them.
Okay.
Seems like that ministry, the greeters needed some training, they needed something.
Mm-hmm.
You see the same people week after week after week,
You
you
don't
don't
remember.
No
recognize.
recognize who they are. So yeah, that's a problem. Yeah. So cause you could go to a store, you go to that store regularly, that person gonna remember who you are.
Yeah.
You know, so it's taking being excited about your ministry and taking your ministry serious. You know, not just out there, they probably just out there saying, welcome to the church. Not taking the ministry as what it should be, and not recognizing, hey, I seen you last Sunday. You back again. Glad to see you again. You know. So that's something. Yeah, that was something that they could do. So you want to remember that. That's almost like Sister Seal and her group giving a person a basket every Sunday that they stand up as a visitor. And they saying, okay, you know, I already gave me this basket. You know, so yeah. All right. So let's Let's keep going. It said it took so much for energy to engage people that eventually drifted away. Ultimately, they began to search, watch this, for another church. They began to search for another church. Look at that last paragraph down at the end. That last paragraph. Somebody read that last paragraph.
Too many churches want more young people, so long as they act like old people.
Stop. Too many churches want young people as long as they act like what? As long as they don't do what? Put no umph in it or no change. Or come up with no different ideas for the what? Younger people. Okay? Go ahead.
More newcomers, as long as they act like old timers. More children, as long as they are quiet as adults. More ethnic family, as long as they act like the majority of the congregation, any congregation.
Okay. So look at that. So he said this is you want this, you want more, but you're not ready to adapt. Okay? Because there's going to come some things that you're going to have to what? That if they come, then guess what? It's going to change what? The atmosphere of the congregation. Okay, and that's what we have to be ready for. These are the things that we have to be ready for. Look at it. Let's go on down. Saying no without realizing it. You saying no without realizing it. Look at this. Go ahead. Somebody read that. Start that.
Church that Cynthia and Kevin joined thinks of itself as a welcoming congregation, open to change and to new ideas. Instead, outsiders and newcomers feel closed out and shut down.
Stop right there. He said they already what? He said this church say what? They're open to new ideas, but what happens?
Instead, outsiders and newcomers feel closed out.
They feel closed out. We talked about this, what, a couple of weeks, well, not last week, but the week before, when we talked about when new ideas come in. And folk accept the new idea, and maybe because the new idea is not already together, they what? Shut it down. Okay? They shut it down. So look at it. He said, as outsiders and newcomers feel closed out and closed out and shut down. Go ahead.
Church thinks it's saying yes, but in fact it is saying no. The following are some of the ways churches say no without even realizing it.
Stop right there. Let's talk about it. Saying no without even realizing you what? Without realizing that you're saying no. And so that's where we have to get out of it. Watch how you react, or watch what you say. Watch how you say it. That's one of the things. We have to watch how we say it. We have to watch because we can say it. I think it was last week when we was talking, and Sister Barbara said it wasn't saying no, but you was saying that the timing was not right now. But saying that, if you say it the wrong way, it will make people feel like what? They don't want it.
It ain't what you say, it's how you say it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what we was talking about. We was talking about how people say it.
Did I make your guest feel welcome when she saw me out in the parking lot?
So that's what we're talking about. So you got to watch how you say it. Okay? You have to watch how you say it. So our goal as a church, the church is not for us. The church is for sinners.
That's
No, I'm saying for those that come. I know. I'm saying, no, as the church, we think that it's just for us that's in here, that's members in here. So, but we don't want to welcome those that's sinning in here, and that's the reason why we are what? Our doors are open. I mean, I'm glad y'all say that's us. I'm glad y'all recognize that y'all are sinners. but it's for those and that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. That's why I think I said that at the funeral, that the church is a hospital.
Yeah.
The church is a hospital. The church is for what? For sick folk. We all in here sick.
Yeah.
That's what it's for. And we ought to be able to welcome
Yes.
other sick folk.
Right.
When you in the hospital, it's some folk in there sick, but y'all ain't got the same disease
Right.
or the same diagnosis.
Right.
But y'all in the same emergency room. And that's what we have to recognize. And you ain't in there saying, well, she's sicker than me over here. But we're quick to what? Point the finger in the church. Okay? And so here it goes. This is why this is where we get into, and this is why it's right there in the book that visitors feel uncomfortable. Because when they come into the church, we make it seem as if we ain't never done nothing wrong.
Yep.
It may not be you, but somebody is in there sitting because they may smell like reefer. They smoking that reefer. Yeah, reefer. They smoking. Y'all knew what I was talking about, don't they? And that's what I'm saying. They knew what I was talking about. And so, yeah. And that's because of what they rolling in. Y'all have to know. Y'all got to know that stuff. So yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So even that, it could be what they have on. It could be what they have on. Because they don't have what we consider what? Church clothes. Yeah.
Now they talking about gummies.
We can open the whole world.
Now they over there talking about gummies. Now see, I told y'all we a bunch of sick people. So no, but this is what I'm saying. But yeah, because they don't look like, because they don't got on the church clothes. Okay, making people feel what? Uncomfortable. Okay, look at this. Look at it. Go, somebody read that. Go ahead and start reading right there. Visitors feeling uncomfortable.
One way of saying no without knowing it is through behaviors that make new people feel uncomfortable. Remind your visitors that they are sitting in your favorite pew.
Huh? You said that's common. Yeah.
Wow.
Asking them to wear name tags when regular attendees don't. Making them stand up and worship to introduce themselves.
And we get to that.
These focus a spotlight on visitors that most find intrusive and awkward. Whispering about visitors rather than speaking with them. Sending disapproving signals about the behavior of their children. or ignoring them altogether as if they don't exist. These activities are as rude and unwelcoming in church as they would be anywhere. Visitors already feel self-conscious about being new, and they do not want to be made to feel even more conspicuous.
So, and we know that that has happened in the church. All of this has happened in the church. Okay, so let's look at it. It says inside language and secret codes. Oh, y'all, they killing it. I told you, he said he killing it in his book. He's killing it, and he had to be in this for somewhere. He says secret language and secret codes. He's killing it. He's killing it. Come on, somebody, go ahead. Let's go. Somebody pick that up.
Another means by which a congregation signals no to newcomers is by using insider language and acronyms in bulletins, flyers, and announcements. The Rebecca Circle will meet at Ann Wilson's home on Tuesday. Sign up for VBS. Breakfast. I'm saying, okay. When it said breakfast, I thought.
Got hungry.
Breakfast. Did you say breakfast?
UMM breakfast on Saturday morning. Alpha and Omega registration open. Kairos needs your help. These make perfect sense to longtime members, but they sound like a foreign language to newcomers. They are inscrutable unless you know the code, such as what is a circle and is where the Wilsons live. That VPS, Vacation Bible School, and that I didn't know, means United Methodist Men, and that Alpha and Omega is a Bible class, and Kairos is a service ministry. As people gathered for worship at one congregation, the prelude began and the following announcement appeared on the projection screens. The worship committee meeting for Tuesday has been postponed. There will be no chancel choir rehearsal this Wednesday. The mission office will be closed until July 15th. The youth fellowship does not meet until August. Staff meeting on Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. No welcome, no positive announcements, no events or ministries, no opportunities to get involved. The announcements were merely a litany of events that have been canceled, postponed, closed, or which pertain to only a select group of people. What is a visitor to think?
Stop right there.
I have no problem with when I go back to church.
Oh, they go.
I mean, I go visit at other churches, I don't feel uncomfortable.
I mean, but some, because they may don't know what, I mean, you got,
The church.
yeah, but some don't, if they don't know what it means, they just in there like, we don't know what that, know what that mean, and they ain't gonna ask. But, if you have a brochure, with what's on that brochure and what ministry that is, but you'll have some that feel that way. Okay. Yeah, because that's, and it's really not that, it's the acronyms of it, it's the acronyms of it. Okay, so it may be something that could catch their attention, but then if they really don't know anything about it, how can they really be a part of it? So let somebody next to them ask somebody next to them, and sometimes you ask somebody next to you, they don't even know what time Bible study started. Come on. So yeah. So somebody pick up. So somebody pick up right there at the church. Right after what she said. What?
Churches are told to create an invitational atmosphere, never conduct inside a business during a worship service meant for visitors. They should only announce events that apply to everyone. No follow through.
Go ahead.
A family new to the community visited worship services at several churches, and they signed a registration pad at the churches that interested them, requesting more information. No one contacted them or sent information. However, one church surprised them by delivering a small gift and a small package of information, even though they had completed no forms and requested no information. Their experience reminded them of the story Jesus tells about a father who requested that his sons go work in the vineyard. One said no, but changed his mind and went to work, while the other said yes, but then never followed through. Which one of these two did his father's will? Jesus asked, Matthew 21:31. The family joined the church that exceeded expectations.
Okay. All right. So here it is. So no follow through, and that's what we was talking about with this young lady. Okay. Not only with her, but with other members, other newcomers that we haven't seen. Okay. There is no follow through, and that's where we want to get from. We want to start following through. We want to start reaching out. Okay, getting somewhere. Okay, I was just sharing. I think that was me and Sister Bernice was outside where this new family across the street has moved into the old house, Mr. McClendon's old house. You know, so I was saying we need to get over there to meet them. You know, as here it is, a church right across the street from them. And the thing is, they are not our color.
So when people visit the church, in that little bag that First Touch gives, is there like a visitor's card that they fill out?
No.
Because when I go to other churches, you fill out a visitor's card, they send you something in the mail. So that's how they reach out to people instead of everybody from the church, because now you're saying it, everybody won't call everybody. So you come in and they have a visitor's card, you give it back to the usher.
We have them. We have visitors cards. We're not putting them in the bag but we used to. But then if it became people wasn't filling them out, you know, we'll tell them they could just drop it off and drop it in the basket, offering basket, and when they get in the office, they can take it out and we'll give it to who needs to get it. I mean, that's something that we can start back doing. That's how, and the thing is to get them to fill out that card, because sometimes the card can have too much on it. Y'all see what I'm saying? And it's almost like you filling out a survey. How many of y'all fill out the surveys that are even the surveys that come on your phone? They even ask you. We have a 1-question survey at the end of this call. How many of y'all hang up before that survey call? and so it's the thing. That's the thing. So we have to find out. The thing is we have to brainstorm and find out how can we make it work. That's basically what it is. We have to brainstorm. How can we make it? How can we make it work? One thing I was thinking about, even doing the chili cook-off and things like that, and you did, Sister Little did something that's ministry, that went beyond the walls of the church, going out. So, which made me say, hey, that's what we need to do even doing, the winter wonderland. Let's, those who, I don't know if they thought of it, but my thought was, hey, those who coming in this door, make sure they write their name, how many people in their household, and then, y'all thought about that number, so we can have a list, and if we don't do nothing but have that list, we can at least give them a contact, if they have an email address, because they ain't gonna write all their information down. So we can get a name, how many people in their household, and a number. If we get that number, that's a contact that we can have, that we can call them and just invite them to church. That's something that the First Touch team can do. So these are the things this is what we're trying to get at. This is what we're trying to get at. So with Sister Little, she's reaching out to the community, to showing them, hey, we're just not here on this corner, but we want to show you that we are here for you. And just that reach out. Either if they accept it and never know what might come behind it. This may be a family that will come. And then they'll tell somebody else. This is what they did. And that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to do. Okay? And so we want people to what? Feel welcome in here. We want them to feel welcome. We want them to feel as if they are part of us, which they are. It's almost what they say, no child left behind. Because in order for you to clean a fish, you have to catch a fish. And that's what we have to do. We have to catch it. And then guess what? You're going to start smelling like the fish. But they're going to be clean after. Okay? So that's what we want to do. So these are the things that make people will start talking about what the church did, or how the church made them feel welcome. And that's how I get. I felt welcome here. I felt welcome here, and that's how it is. Young lady, I know, just to show up and they feel welcome. That's why they come. And so that's why we want to make them feel. Okay? Anybody got any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Let's talk about this. Did we go through no follow? Yeah, we did no follow through. Yeah, we on there no follow through. Look, churches. Look. Somebody goes right there. Churches sometimes sends out inventory asking people to identify projects. Somebody read that. Yeah, I'm right there on page.
Last paragraph, 35.
Page 35. The last paragraph.
Churches sometimes send inventory asking people to identify projects they would like to volunteer for, or post sign-up sheet for volunteers. Some churches complete a lengthy inventory of the uninterested gifts and passions of members. When people give their name, phone number, and email on a sign-up sheet, they expect someone to contact them. The church that's saying yes will value your gift, and we want you to serve. But if no one follows up on the members, never hear another word, or the inventory are neglected, the church will say no by enabling and unwillingly follow through. I'm sorry.
Right. So it says they're saying no by inabilities, unwillingness to what? Follow through. So this is the thing. This is the thing that I'm saying. So just like we just talked about, with the connect cards, with the sign up sheet, with all of this, if there's no what follow through, we just got their numbers,
Just see.
and it's just sitting there, and that's what we don't want to do.
Because I think that when they give you the information, they wanna be contacted.
Yeah,
Because if you don't, you're not gonna, yeah, you won't, because I'm
Yeah.
not gonna work, and that's anywhere.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
yeah. And so if I give you this contact then you're gonna get this. You got to understand, even if you are one of the ones that say, hey, I would do the contacting, I would give out, I would do the calling. You're gonna get rejected. And you have to be ready for that.
Yes.
And maybe you caught them at a bad time. If you ever been in a call center, if you ever been a call center, in a call center, if you ever been one of those, you know how they reject you. You know, I'm busy right now. Can you call me back at another time? Or they hang up. Yeah, I was a center trainer. Yeah, and so you knew how to do it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, email people sometimes read their email. Sometimes read their email. But the thing is, you got to make it feel appealing. You got to put a good sub point up top, thing up there, something to make them want to open it up. You know, so that's how you do it. Or either snail mail. Snail mail.
What's that?
Regular mail.
Just say me.
Oh my God, y'all old. These old millenniums don't.
Nikki, that's grandma.
Hey, these old millenniums don't know nothing. Yeah, it's regular mail.
Regular mail.
So they don't say snail mail at y'all job.
We just say in this book, using acronyms and some people don't understand.
That's for
Just say
visitors.
regular
Y'all
mail.
are not visitors.
You in 1970-something, 60-something.
And so that's what it is. Snail mail is regular USPS.
Okay, well say regular mail.
Y'all probably don't even buy stamps no more.
What we mailing? What we mailing? Besides, if we gotta do it for the church, well, some of us don't mail any checks and stuff. So no, we don't.
Y'all don't even have checks. Some of y'all don't even own checks. I write checks. I write checks. So, but that's what I'm saying. So it's certain things that you have to do. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So there are certain things, and you have to, and sometimes you have to hit all avenues. Now sometimes we're gonna have to hit all avenues. You know, so yeah, that's how it go. Go ahead.
I had a question. That call center you just talk about, you know, when some people in an emergency, if they really need to talk to you at night, and the call center hang up on that person if they really need you, and they end up.
Ain't nobody there.
I'm telling you, got calls in that night.
Yeah, you got some.
24 hours, this person in an emergency talking about gonna kill himself and hang himself.
Oh, you talking about like a call help?
It's like church, they call, but they hang up on the folks.
In church?
Now they hang on the person that called in, need to talk right away.
Yeah.
Then see, I think if a person calling for emergency, you shouldn't go ahead and talk to that person.
Right.
That's why I get back with, but just never get back with, then you know, the person is dead or he laying in the hospital because you didn't do it.
Right. Yeah.
I used to work at a call center. I used to see some that sitting up there looking at the wall, don't want to eat. They hang up.
Yeah, I was working that one.
Say it out loud, I'm sorry.
But yeah, but if you making that call, if you get them on the phone, if you can get them on the phone in the first 10 seconds, if they stay on the phone for 10 seconds with you, even I won't even say 10. If they stay on the phone with you for 5 seconds, you have their attention. Yeah, you had the attention.
I don't know your number.
And right,
That's why I said send a snail.
right, and some of and you won't, and some people won't answer, and so now, if they don't answer the phone, you have to leave a polite message. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So you got to leave that message. But here it is.
That's why I said send a snail mail.
I mean, yeah, not.
And you put in there what goes on at the church.
Yeah.
That's what they do when I go to other churches. Don't nobody call me. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't answer.
But I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. You have to hit what? Every avenue.
If you call from this church phone, does it say St. Matthew Baptist Church?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm thinking you.
Yeah. It say St. Matthew.
So that's a ministry within itself.
Uh-huh.
They got no back.
That don't work.
They used to.
That's
They
just
call
like
myself see if it say St. Matthew, but it don't work. So no, okay.
that's just like the payphone.
Oh, this is like payphone?
No, every phone is what? VIP.
It's what?
VIP.
Man,
VIP.
what time Bible study on?
VIP. Voice over internet.
Oh, okay.
Didn't this book just say stop using that?
You got a good idea.
What time Bible study on?
But I'm just saying, and the reason why I'm saying it is because
He tired.
no, I'm saying this stuff because that's where I was in the car. That's what I'm saying. I was in the car and I was in all in it. That's what I'm saying. I'm just telling y'all.
Man, today is not a good day.
We need to end this.
Right, because we
Hold on. YouTube.
and reefer.
Yeah. So
Not in your age group. Mother's Day, okay?
I was.
Yeah, he went to Mother's Day for a couple of hours, so he kind of thrown off. Okay, we ready.
So yeah. So
You should have started Bible study with that one. Yeah, we understand everything. What?
VIP. It was called VIP. VIP. Voice over internet. Huh?
Boy.
That ain't.
So those are the things. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. See, y'all don't even recognize like if y'all have a home phone, if you have a home phone, your home phone is not plugged up into the wall.
Mine is.
Mine goes to the wall.
I have a house phone.
It's plugged up. It's plugged up. It's plugged up into your Spectrum box.
Mine goes into that adapter they got on that wall.
Oh, house phones come plugged into a box?
It's plugged into your Spectrum box.
Nah, mine goes into that adapter in that wall.
It's in the box.
It's in the box, and it's not going through a telephone line. It's going through your Ethernet card.
It goes to good now.
Yeah, you know what that is, don't you? And watch this. Watch this. Because, and I'm going to show y'all how time changed. Because when back then, in the 90s, 95, 90, 96, 97, right before 2000, you had your regular phone, you know, you had AT&T, MCI, and you had to get all those different calls, and then you had to get that long distance plan. Y'all remember that? And then here you go. What's the name of the company? I forgot the name of the company, but they came out with this phone that you can video. That's when the first video phone came out. And the video phone was voice over internet. It was plugged into your dial. That's when AOL and all that, you had that dial-up system. And so it was plugged into your dial-up system, and that was the first phone that you had that you can video and see the other person, but that person had to have that phone.
Oh, I remember that.
I was at the beginning of that. I was at the beginning of that because that's when they was coming on and trying to knock on. That's when you was knocking on. They was knocking on doors trying to get you to buy that phone. I was a part of that. I was a part of that. And at Apex, right there in Belleville, I was a part of that. And so it moved from that, and then watch this, the cell phones came out, and then what they do? They did what?
We don't know.
You can video.
FaceTime.
I had
And you see how time changed? So it changed. And so that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying with the church has to what? Change with the time.
Right. I remember the car phone.
Yeah. Just like the car phone. You had the car phone in your car.
I did get
Yeah. And that was times when you told people don't call you until 9 o'clock. Time changed. You know, so you had that what? That was the what? Time that your phone was going to be what? Free. Unlimited. Yeah. And so that's that. But look how times have what? Changed.
Phone to phone, unlimited.
And I be driving. You ever just drive down the street and look and see how many people are walking down the street like this?
Uh-huh.
Ain't paying no attention to where they're going. Just walking down the street. Yeah, walking down the street with their phone, talking loud. Yeah. And so that's what times have changed. And all of this was on the Jetsons.
Yeah. Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
The microwave, the cell phone, the video. They was FaceTiming on the Jetsons.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was that car too.
I ain't seen that.
You didn't see it. You just, and watch this. Here you go. Here you go. Here go one that y'all gonna really know. When George Jetson would Zoom his boss.
Yeah.
Y'all never looked at that, did y'all?
And you probably just watched it yesterday. Sometime today we don't.
So yeah, they was zooming during that time.
I guarantee you, I tell you something.
Yeah, they was zooming during that time. Yeah, we got Boomerang. I got to watch. I got to watch the whole cartoon. So, but that's what I'm saying. It changes with time. It changes with time. So you just look at cartoons. You look at the Flintstones.
I watched Snoopy.
You look at the Flintstones. They was using a shell to talk on the phone, and then look at the Jetsons.
I look at the Simpsons.
So that's what I'm saying. So this is where we are. So So look, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done. I'm done.
we can't afford
I'm
no
done.
more stuff.
I'm done. I'm done. So that's it tonight. That's it. Any questions?
Turn serious.
I'm done. I'm done.